So Art the Clown was in theaters this month, and so was John Carver. Guys, slashers are back in full swing. Not only franchise slashers, but original slashers.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. At the time of recording this, it's Thanksgiving at least. I don't know when you're watching at home. I hope you had a good turkey day. I hope you ate a lot of turkey, a lot of mashed potatoes, a lot of stuffing, a lot of pumpkin pie, apple pie, pecan pie. I hope your stomach's hurting right now. I hope you ate real good. I hope everything is going well in your life. And in the world of slashers, things are going just fine because Thanksgiving nailed it. I'm going to come right out and just say at the beginning of this review, I loved Thanksgiving. I think from the idea, the plot itself, to the kills, to the set design, making it feel like the holiday of Thanksgiving, everything was done perfectly. Guys, this movie's directed by Eli Roth. Now, from what I hear, Eli Roth movies are hit or miss. Not everybody likes his films. I'm going to be completely transparent. I have not seen many Eli Roth films to comment on that. But if they're anything like Thanksgiving, then sign me up for the Eli Roth camp because I love this dude's directing in this movie. So let me give you a little bit of a plot breakdown real quick for everybody who hasn't seen it and to refresh your memory if you have seen it. Thanksgiving picks up on Thanksgiving night 2022. Now, we see a Thanksgiving dinner, and then it moves on to Black Friday shopping, because as we all know, Black Friday starts on Thursday. There is a huge crowd outside of a Right Mart, or I think it's called a Right Mart. Basically, it's like a Walmart, but they couldn't use the Walmart name. But there is a big crowd of people outside of this Walmart establishment, and they just charge the doors before they open. People get injured, some more than injured, and it's all filmed. And a year later to the day, a killer by the name of John Carver pops up in this Massachusetts town, and he wreaks havoc on everybody that was involved in the tragedy the year prior. So everybody who was injured and everybody who recorded said injuries are targeted this year. I think setting it in Massachusetts was a good touch, playing on the Thanksgiving tradition, the pilgrim heritage of the holiday, and the fact that the town is giving out these John Carver masks to everybody because this town is the first town where the first Thanksgiving dinner took place. I thought that was very brilliant. So you didn't really know who the killer was, and that 90s slasher, that Scream aesthetic, that vibe of not knowing who the killer is really what made this slasher awesome. Because throughout the theater experience, me and my friends are going back and forth like, no, he's the killer, no, he's the killer. Dude, did you see the way that they just lingered on that shot? Did you see what that dude just said? He hasn't been on screen for at least 15 minutes. He's got to be the killer, right? And I gotta admit, I did not see the reveal coming when it came. Let's talk about Patrick Dempsey. He is the sheriff of this town. Patrick Dempsey is amazing in this movie. I don't remember the last movie that I saw Patrick Dempsey in. I know he was in Scream 3, and I know for sure he was in the Disney movie Enchanted. But besides that, I can't think of a recent movie that Patrick Dempsey was in. If you know a recent movie that he was in, comment down below, let me know, put me in my place. But he was great here as the protagonist, as the sheriff character going around trying to find John Carver. Guys, I'm not going to drop any spoilers here as to who the killer was, who the killer wasn't. This is going to be a short, sweet, condensed Thanksgiving review for all of you. The characters of this movie are kind of throwaway, not going to lie. I say that in the best way. You don't need to... How do I put this? You don't need to overanalyze or put your stock into these characters more than you have to. You know what I mean? You don't need to take these characters very seriously. This is a fun slasher at the end of the day. I wouldn't say that these characters are throwaway by any means because they are given backstory. They are given pretty good development. And when you see things happen to them, you are rooting for them. Or in some cases, you're rooting for John Carver to carve these people up. But isn't that what a good slasher calls for? I mean, there is something unique to the slasher that I want to talk about and point out to all of you. The fact that John Carver creates a Instagram or a social media page for his persona, John Carver, and he is live streaming and posting his kills to the internet for all to see. I think it was a good touch to a modern day slasher movie because the main cast of characters are getting DMs from John Carver threatening them. They are marked out from the beginning of the movie and slowly picked off throughout the runtime of the movie, and it creates this awesome sense of dread, this sense of foreboding that you know that these characters have been picked out by the killer and he's going to get them sat down at the Thanksgiving table by the end of this movie, which, no shocker there, I don't think this is a spoiler, they are all at the Thanksgiving table at the end of this movie. And that third act, I've seen some hate or some comments in negative regard to that third act. I think that third act was awesome. The reveal, the Thanksgiving dinner that they were building to the whole movie, I think it was very well done. And the final kill, very creative, along with all of the kills in this movie. I don't want to touch on them or spoil the kills. If you're a slasher fan, go see this movie in theaters, okay? Thanksgiving was awesome. At my theater, they were giving away Thanksgiving posters. I think this poster's awesome. And I like leaving the theater with a souvenir. I think this is awesome. I hope more horror releases do that because I got my Terrifier 3 poster at my screening of that earlier this month, and I got this Thanksgiving poster to put next to that one. I think it's awesome. And Thanksgiving was awesome. I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving. If I were to rate Thanksgiving, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. It is Maximus Tomatoes approved. But that is because I am a huge slasher fan. I love slasher movies. This hit every note for me as a slasher fan. Sure, there's some nitpicks story-wise and some things you can pick out of it, but if you want to turn your brain off and just go into the theater, laugh, have a good time, then go see Thanksgiving. This is going to be one that I'm putting in every year around Thanksgiving time. I think John Carver is awesome. The mask, the costume, I can definitely see people wearing that around Halloween time, freaking out their friends, putting on that little pilgrim hat. It's the right amount of funny, the right amount of creepy, and it's perfect for a slasher. I could go on and on, but I'm going to wrap up the review here. Thanks for watching. I've been Maximus Cardillo. I hope you all have a good Thanksgiving. There's one question left to ask. Are you not entertained? There will be no leftovers. What a fucking line. I love that line. It's so funny.